Hello and welcome to my channel. We're doing Sunbutter superheroes today, and today I didn't finish the snack before. I actually saved it. It is the Cocoa Sunbutter Puppy Chow. It's really good. So I want y'all to go to my website, risesunbutter.com. The recipe is up. All right. No, I love y'all, but I'm not gonna do my hair today. I couldn't do it. It wasn't in the cards. So. Anyway, episode 2, which is the second part of the first episode called Hindsight, and we're gonna pick up where we left off. So let's get into it. The episode with Toad in the back of a cop car, not the Martys, the regular cop car. So thereby validating my last recap where it says where I said that they have to have people jail. They had to have people jail because now that they've got people cops right now, but for some reason Toad is going to people jail. I don't know. Sidebar, I know that he's Toad and that Toad is supposed to be disgusting, and in every iteration of Toad he has been disgusting. But you know, I don't feel like he has to be. Like, can he be like, remember Frog and Toad are friends and like Frog and Toad were like really dapper? That'd be kind of cool. You know, and then he like slimes you, but he's like really dignified. I don't know. I feel like that would be nice to see. So Blob comes and he is wearing a onesie. And when I say onesie, I don't mean like a one piece like how a lot of superheroes wear one pieces. I mean that he is wearing a onesie like with the baby snaps in the crotch and everything, and some matching booties, serving onesie infant realness. And so then he saves Toad from this caravan of cops that it evidently took to bring Toad in. He tells Toad, he's like, this is getting real old. If a giant blob man in a onesie is telling you to get your life together, you probably need to get your life together, Toad. Then Pietro speeds in, he shows up, pop collar and everything, and he's like, tell Senator Kelly that the mutants are coming and it's gonna be on. I'm not even sure who he's talking to because Blob had basically rammed all the policemen down into the ground. So who's gonna tell Senator Kelly anything? Pietro don't be thinking. So somebody told Senator Kelly, and it was in the paper, right? That the Brotherhood, Pietro and them, was threatening him. And he goes, so the Brotherhood is threatening me. Am I scared? Yes. He said, yes, y'all. So Senator Kelly's like, okay, so we about to fight back, and what we about to use is the Sentinel Prowler, right? And it's a Sentinel, like looks like a scorpion, like a robot scorpion. And why are all of the Sentinels purple? Like, wouldn't you think they'd be metal colored? I don't know. I mean, I guess it's true to like comic and canon, but at this point, I think that they can just be metal colored. So of course, the scorpion thing spots Rogue in the crowd because, I mean, she's a mutant and that's what it's trained to do. So, and then it just starts running through the crowd. Senator Kelly's like, stop, can you stop it? The Martys are like, no. And so it's just running through the crowd. This thing is really running Rogue down, y'all. It is really trying to run her down. It's crushing up cars and everything. So while Rogue is trying to run from this thing, it corners her. She's caught. She's trapped. She's been running in these hills too. Like, she's been full on sprinting in these hills. I gotta give it to her. And then here come Angel to save her. He drops a rock on the thing and then tries to fly off with her, but that's not gonna work. So this thing shoots Angel out of the sky. Beast jumps in out of nowhere and he saves them both from falling to their deaths. And then the machine has all three of them cornered. And here come Wolverine. I don't know where he came from. I don't know if he was on top of the building. He just drops from the sky and he shreds the machine up. Rogue walks off and she doesn't even say thank you. She puts her hood up and she walks off. And then Logan follows her. Meanwhile, Beast and Angel is talking about when's he gonna come out as a mutant. And Angel's like, I can't. And Beast is like, but don't your daddy know already? And he's like, yeah, but I just can't do that right now because my daddy is rich and I would like to be able to keep giving people money. I think Angel might be paying some of these bills around here. I'm just saying. So Wolverine follows her. He's like, come on back, Rogue. We want you to, you know, so we were trying to get the X-Men back together. She's like, no. He's like, why? And she gonna say, well, the reason that you don't know is the reason why. That's not a reason, Rogue. So then he's like, and so Rogue goes, Well, because I'm not going to let you abandon me again, and no one can follow a leader who's never there. This man left once. This man left once. I don't understand. But you know what? Rose, I was young once and said stupid stuff too. So then Worthington and Senator Kelly get to talking, because Senator Kelly's like, this was horrible. It was a disaster. And he was like, yeah, well. Worthington's like, yeah, well, it's fine. And Senator Kelly's like, it's not fine. And Worthington's like, so just say that we're shutting down the Sentinel program permanently, because what's going to happen is the Brotherhood is going to act up, and then they remind everybody why we need to have the Sentinel program and the Registration Act. So, side note, the Mutant Registration Act is something to require every mutant to register their names and like their powers and all that kind of stuff. And the mutants are like, absolutely not. So Rogue is out walking. Toad roll up on her, try to rob her, and so she takes his power from him and leaves him passed out. And then the Brotherhood rolls up on her, and then Domino gets to talking to her. She's like, you should join us. And Rogue is like, no. So I'm wondering, is Rogue out here lying on the X-Men? Because you know what Domino says next? She says, oh, well, unlike the X-Men, we need you. And unlike the X-Men, we want you here. But Wolverine just got done telling Rogue that he wanted her to come back. So what is the truth? What is the truth? And so then Domino's like, well, we about to go roll up on Senator Kelly, and so you can see how it feels when stuff actually gets done, instead of Xavier, you know how he wanted to be like a diplomat and stuff. We ain't about that. We about this work. So then Wolverine rolls up on Scott, who has apparently decided to live in squalor because Jean is gone. And then he's watching TV. He zaps this old broke down tube TV he got in his house. And then he blasts Wolverine out the door. Who's paying for this, Scott? Not you, because apparently you have $0 from the way you live in. Girl. So the Brotherhood, they roll up on to Senator Kelly's house. Avalanche, he goes in there. He busts up the whole joint, right? Just, you know, Avalanche, what Avalanche do. And then Rogue's like, you can't do that. And she's about to get into it with Avalanche. And they're like, we're the Brotherhood. Busting stuff up and doing illegal stuff is what we do because we're the Brotherhood. Get with it, Rogue. So this leads to a high-speed chase after Toad spits his nasty mucus venom, whatever that is, out of his mouth into the Marty's face. Meanwhile, Pietro shows up at Worthington's place because he got something to say to Worthington. It doesn't matter. Your daddy still won't love you. It doesn't matter what you do, Pietro. I'm sorry. So what the whole thing is for Rogue to touch Senator Kelly and get, you know, suck his life essence or whatever out, and get his itinerary about what his plans are, what he's planning on doing. Wolverine and Hank are trying to track down the rest of the X-Men. And they found Bobby, they found Kitty, who moved in with her parents, but I think she was on her way to Genosha because her parents are like, you're mutant, gross. And then they also tracked down Colossus. He's in Russia somewhere. Angel come in and he tell Wolverine and Beast that Rogue and them, first of all, Blob threw Angel up against the wall at Worthington's place so hard he just passed out immediately. So I don't know how he knows what happened, but apparently he does. So he goes and he tells Wolverine and Beast that the Brotherhood and them, they about to go bust up the Martys and bust up Worthington's thing. So they roll up to Bobby's parents' house, and Bobby's parents are like, he ain't going nowhere with y'all. And Wolverine's like, Hank is like, well, he's 18. He can go where he wants to go. And she's like, no, he can't. And matter of fact, I've called the cops. Bobby runs out the house, gets to the helicopter, so it really doesn't matter. And Hank was right. See Kitty on her way to the Genosha, and they roll up on her in the helicopter, and she jumps on, or phases on, or however Kitty gets on things. And she's ready to go. There's no even question. So that's really cool. So they get back to the mansion, and it's all blown up. But I guess, again, Hank's living underground. Somebody's paying the electric bills. I don't know who. Maybe it's Angel. And they roll up in there, and Rogue is in there. After she done acted the way she did, lied on them, and told Logan he wasn't a good leader. Now how'd she even get in? Because she would have been blocked on everything if it was me. I don't know. So it turns out that they're not going to bust up the Martys, or what they're going to do is try to assassinate Senator Kelly at noon apparently. She came to tell him that because she was like, I like being part of the Brotherhood, but I didn't want to kill anybody. Girl, you are exhausting. So Domino starts shooting up the joint and causing chaos. And so the X-Men's reaction to this is to have Kitty phase the entire helicopter into the building, because that's less dangerous than the little balls that Domino was shooting. A helicopter, blades a spinning, is less dangerous. That's how you save someone. You guys. But of course it isn't. The helicopter, blades are spinning, gets caught in the top of the building. Hank can't control it. It's just, so now what happened is the blades are stuck, but the helicopter itself is spinning in a building full of people. Less dangerous. The X-Men get to X-Manning in the building, busting up the Martys. Cameraman's catching it all, which is Senator Kelly's plan. Right? Not Senator Kelly, Worthington's plan. But he thought it was gonna be the Brotherhood. The Brotherhood, though, like set the X-Men up basically, I think, to make them look horrible in front of everybody. And now Senator Kelly is like, see, mutants are dangerous. It doesn't matter who they are. Y'all, I was right. I was right. It was a setup. Rogue, that's exactly what's supposed to happen. And that's where the episode ends, where Pietro's like, good, you proved your loyalty to the Brotherhood, and you took the X-Men down. So, welcome aboard. Now, probably at some point, we're going to be expected to trust Rogue in the future. I don't know why, I don't know how. But anyway, yeah, that's where it ends. And so we're going to pick up episode 3 next time. Thank you guys for hanging out with me and watching the show and having a little kiki. You know, it's really fun. I love this. Also, did you eat your Muddy Buddies? Because I ate mine, and they were really good. Add chili powder to them. That's what I did. But you feel free to add anything to them. Like I said, the recipe will be on my website, risesunbutter.com. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for everybody who has liked my videos, and for my little bitty amount of people who subscribe. But tell your friends so that they can subscribe and we can all kiki together. That's the point, right? All right, y'all. I'll see you next time.